Acts chapter 12. About this time, King Herod arrested some people who belonged to the church. He planned to make them suffer greatly. He had James killed with a sword. James was John's brother. Herod saw that the death of James pleased some Jews, so he arrested Peter also. This happened during the Feast of Unleavened Bread. After Herod arrested Peter, he put him in prison. Peter was placed under guard. He was watched by 4 groups of 4 soldiers each. Herod planned to put Peter on public trial. It would take place after the Passover feast. So Peter was kept in prison, but the church prayed hard to God for him. It was the night before Herod was going to bring him to trial. Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers. 2 chains held him there. Lookouts stood guard at the entrance. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared. A light shone in the prison cell. The angel struck Peter on his side. Peter woke up. "Quick," the angel said. "Get up." The chains fell off Peter's wrists. Then the angel said to him, "Put on your clothes and sandals." Peter did so. "Put on your coat," the angel told him. "Follow me." Peter followed him out of the prison, but he had no idea that what the angel was doing was really happening. He thought he was seeing a vision. They passed the first and second guards. Then they came to the iron gate leading to the city. It opened for them by itself. They went through it. They walked the length of one street. Suddenly the angel left Peter. Then Peter realized what had happened. He said, "Now I know for sure that the Lord has sent his angel. He set me free from Herod's power. He saved me from everything the Jewish people were hoping would happen." When Peter understood what had happened, he went to Mary's house. Mary was the mother of John Mark. Many people had gathered in her home. They were praying there. Peter knocked at the outer entrance. A servant named Rhoda came to answer the door. She recognized Peter's voice. She was so excited that she ran back without opening the door. "Peter is at the door," she exclaimed. I love this part. They've just been praying for Peter, and she hears Peter's voice. She's so excited. She doesn't even open the door for him. "You're out of your mind," they said to her, but she kept telling them it was true. So they said, "It must be his angel." Peter kept on knocking. When they opened the door and saw him, they were amazed. Peter motioned with his hand for them to be quiet. He explained how the Lord had brought him out of prison. "Tell James and the other brothers and sisters about this," he said. Then he went to another place. In the morning, the soldiers were bewildered. They couldn't figure out what had happened to Peter. So Herod had them look everywhere for Peter, but they didn't find him. Then Herod questioned the guards closely. He ordered that they be put to death. Then Herod went from Judea to Caesarea and stayed there. He had been quarreling with the people of Tyre and Sidon. So they got together and asked for a meeting with him. This was because they depended on the king's country to supply them with food. They gained the support of Blastus and then asked for peace. Blastus was a trusted personal servant of the king. The appointed day came. Herod was seated on his throne. He was wearing his royal robes. He made a speech to the people. Then they shouted, "This is the voice of a god. It's not the voice of a man." Right away, an angel of the Lord struck Herod down. Herod had not given praise to God, so he was eaten by worms and died. But God's word continued to spread, and many people believed the message. Pretty straightforward. King Herod, this is the time of the Romans, and you had the Caesar. He was the main power over Rome, but Caesar actually split up all the little provinces to different kings to rule over. And so Herod comes from the same line that was there, like the Herod at the time of Jesus, when he was a baby. It's a family line of people who were technically Jewish, they were technically Israelites, but they followed Rome instead. So his entire family this entire time was trying to kill the gospel message. Same one goes back to John the Baptist, which is not the John mentioned here. with being beheaded. So an evil family line. And God just decided to strike him down and set Peter free. Well, that's it for Acts chapter 12. Thanks so much for joining us.